How about now? All right, we're good. We got the second headset back working again. We are here. Open Division Singles Finals. David Brown, Jayden Ellis. David Brown, you're going to have to double dip Jayden Ellis. Not going to be an easy task. All right, just don't touch anything. I think we might be okay. Trying to bring Sergio Ramirez into the live stream here. And let's see, what did we miss while we were messing around with our headphones there in the first round? 4-0, David Brown up early in this one. Heck of a match we just saw between David Brown and Lucas Piper. Two great kids throwing out of their minds.
Great run by Lucas, for sure.
Absolutely. The whole Piper family this weekend, I think, has had a great family, some great runs.
It's true. It's true.
Opportunity for David to collect a couple more here.
You know, we were kind of talking during the break, and two different bag styles, right? Lucas throwing that slower bag, and Jayden with the faster bag. You know, David has to make a quick change in strategy, or do you think he just does what David Brown does?
Honestly, I think last game he just kept doing what he normally does. I don't think there was much change in strategy last game, and I think that's what is really his strength, is he knows what he can do, and he's just going to stick to it. You know, the one thing with Jayden with the fast bags, it's going to be a lot of hole for hole, right? A lot of bag for bag. Those bags just fell as Jayden went down to take a timeout and look at it.
Wow.
And David has the ability to do that. But if you want to block him, he can go over you, he can go around you, he can roll. So he's very well suited for this matchup. Unfortunately, when they met up in the winter final, it didn't quite go David's way. So he's hoping to get a little revenge here, and there's 4 more for him.
It's interesting seeing Jayden throwing the psychos. I mean, I've seen him throw them. He definitely, obviously, it's in his arsenal, but I'm so used to him seeing with the Viper R's.
Now, do you think it was a weekend choice because of the board speed here, or do you think that's something that he's just switching to?
I think it's the board speed. David throws harder, so the boards are a little slower here, but he's fine. I mean, David has a hard throw. Jayden has a very finesse throw. So he just needs that bag to have some speed and kind of work for him.
Yeah, slow bags or slow boards, not great for those finesse throwers.
Right.
High release, high spin rate. When David's he throws like I like to throw. You just rear back and let it rip.
Chance for Jayden to get 2, and he does.
First points of the game for Jayden. David, a little aggressive early, reaching up, trying to grab that bag hanging on the back, ends up sitting on the back of the hole, bouncing off it.
Got to do what got you here, right? We talked about that yesterday a little bit. Up 8-0. Instead of going in and just washing, he goes up and tries to make sure to secure points.
And that's really his play style. I mean, whether he's in the first round of a sit and go, or he's here in the finals of the state championships, if he sees a shot like that and he thinks he can hit it, he's going to go get it. You know, I've heard some say, time and place. But as far as I'm concerned, the time is now. The place is right here.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Good collect from Jayden, in for a 12. David trying to go in for a 10. Only give up 2 here. Just like that big early lead cut in half. Oh, interesting, Kyle. I didn't know that. I wasn't at the States last year. Jayden was state champ last year. They're going back-to-back this year. Hoping to take the hardware home again. David's going to give him everything he can to try to make sure that that hardware comes home with him today. Back to the Brown household.
Off to the right.
Not happy with himself, punching himself in the thighs after that miss.
Wow, hangs up.
Had a chance for two, hangs in the back of the hole. Slower boards maybe coming back.
Yeah, I mean, that misses to the right-handed players, right? If the boards are slow, you don't follow through just enough. The bag begins to kick right before the hole. That's a lot of the misses that we've seen from Jayden has been to the right. We're talking about the finesse, and then you wonder if he overcompensates, coming back the other way here.
Thinking about that last miss, and now he's going to pull this one to the left.
Right.
Steps out to try to get it. Sits behind it, knocks it a little closer, but it's going to be a much tougher get now for both of those bags.
David would have liked that to be a little more in front of the hole, but good block. Wonder if Jayden will, kind of get rolling here. It's part of the problem being in the king seat, right? He sat for how long?
Absolutely, and we talked about it yesterday in some of the finals matches. You got some room to work with. You got points to give. You got a whole game to give.
Right.
How long does it really take you to get in that killer mindset that I need to go out here and I need to win this game right now?
Right.
You don't want it to get to game two, but if it does, you still have a chance.
Two more for David there. 10-4. There's that bag to the right again. It's trying to finesse it around David's bag.
Good spot there from David. I like that bag.
Yeah. What a shot by Jayden. What a bag.
What a bag is correct, sir. David, I see a hard push coming here.
Here's a chance to collect all. Ooh, missed.
Stayed a little too far right with that.
I don't see him shooting it. No. Yeah.
No, play it safe. Go on.
Yep.
Take your two. Keep David within striking distance. Don't let him get too far ahead.
Running bags here.
Yeah, fourth bag hung there on Jayden.
David's going to try to finesse around here. I think there's plenty of room for him.
There is. Just got to be careful. You don't do that.
Yep. But, hey, that's actually not a terrible miss, right?
No. If you're going to miss, that's the miss you want to make. The miss you don't want to make is come down too hard.
Right.
Miss the hole.
Correct.
And knock Jayden's in somehow.
Jayden's getting into a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah, took him a few rounds. Get the arm warm back up. Get back in the headspace.
Block attempt.
So hard to block with those fast bags. Or at least for a player like me, throws a really hard bag.
Right. It paid off. Here we go. Back-to-back blocks. This is a better block than the last.
Lined up for what could be a fiver here.
Ooh.
Maybe only three.
Just find that bag speed again.
David get a little bit of luck on his side there. Jayden missing left on that push.
10-9, David Brown.
I've been seeing this a lot in the singles game today. You know, one player gets hot at the beginning, gets up big. You watch that other player come storming back. We saw it last game. We saw it the game before that.
Just a game of momentum. Consistency and momentum. That's the game of cornhole.
Yeah. And that's where sometimes hitting those big shots really helps you give you that momentum back. Nobody's going to give you it back. You got to go out and you got to take it.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday in the doubles finals. David wants to sit there. Yep. Nah, he didn't want that bag to go in, though.
I'm watching those bags. I'm trying. They're still moving, are they? Nope. 8-8 wash. No harm, no foul.
I'm shocked those bags stopped like that.
I'm staring at him. I'm waiting for him to fall. I'm still waiting for him to fall.
I think David's trying to get a block going here. The bag's dropping slower and slower every time in the hole.
Trying to find that right speed to get it to stop right in front.
Right, without kicking, right? Like we talked about earlier. That's the hardest part of a block.
Speaking of kicks, Jayden taking a lead, 11-10. 10 points away from back-to-back state championship titles for Jayden.
There it is. See if that finesse shot, good shot by Jayden. I think Jayden's officially in a rhythm.
I think that's safe to say.
I think we're going.
Great collect from David there.
Shot.
For us lower level players like myself, those shots that are dangerous with those bags stacked up like that, it's so easy if you don't hit that at the right angle to kick out and end up either off to the side or a lot of times completely out of the hole or completely off the board.
David's ability to hit those pushes high, right? High on the board. A lot of the newer players, they like to kind of land and then slide up into it.
Yes.
You know.
But I was always taught, not that I listened well, but you want to come in on those pushes and land right in front of that bag.
Yes, that's correct. There's that kick to the right.
Jayden going to step out and go after it. Twice we've seen him do that this game.
You know how I feel about those ultra bags up on the edge, right? We talked about this yesterday.
Yes, sir.
You hate to see it too, because a lot of times when it bunches up, I mean, Jayden didn't miss his mark. It just doesn't go his way.
Yeah, and it's also hard as a finesse thrower like that. You don't always have the power behind to grab that bag and force it in.
Right.
Sometimes all the power you have is just enough to tent him there on the side. You know, you don't have that little extra to kick it over.
No, correct. Level 1 block.
David back in the lead after that last round. Picked up 2 there. Had the opportunity for 4, but his last bag just kicked over the hole.
It's amazing how slow the boards are. Jayden's bag came in, hit David's bag. David's bag didn't move.
Yeah.
And that cycle hacked off to the side.
It shows you both how slow the boards are and how hard David throws when he pushes those bags.
Correct. Yeah.
Interesting spot there.
David's going to want to go and sit right here.
You want to say it? No?
I think at this point we don't need to. I don't need it. Mark Pryor sending me any emails.
Oh, he can send them to me. whatabagcornhole@gmail.com. We also take free samples, test samples, whatever you got. 4 more there for David. 16-11. Boy, just as quickly as Jayden got hot, he seemed to cool off here the last couple of rounds. Keep it simple here for David. Just keep him up the middle. Put him in the hole.
That's a good shot.
10 on 3 right now.
Oh, shot.
What
Great
a bag.
Wow.
Jayden Ellis had to have it. Reached in his back pocket, pulled it out, and showed it to everybody.
How did that not fall? The Viper R not fall? What? I mean, the collect alone was beautiful.
That he had to hit that in that exact spot. He hits that anywhere else, that Viper drops, or he bounces off and goes off the board, and the game's over.
What a shot.
Now, let's see if he can take that and translate that into a little momentum here going forward.
Or the other way, right? Is David a little shook from that shot himself?
I'm a little shook from that shot.
I agree. Ooh,
wow.
For a split second, I thought those bags.
I thought they were going to bunch up again.
Yeah.
Good bag, David, moving that one in closer, hoping Jayden's going to take it in with him.
He does.
Jayden back to his scoring ways, down big early, made a comeback to tie it up and actually take the lead. David Brown took off again, scoring a bunch in a row, and now it's Jayden's turn. Going to be 16-13. Let's see if I can adjust our scoreboard here.
Got Mikey Jacquez. Give me looks over there.
He's just jealous. He wants to come over and be on the mic himself. Maybe next time, Mikey. 12 for Jayden. David follows him in. 12-12 wash.
We're going to see David try to run some bags here and not do anything fancy. Just get that rhythm back, you know.
That's it. That's all you got to do. It sounds a lot easier than it actually is.
Of course.
But to have that ability to just dial that up whenever you want. Like, you know what? I'm going to switch up here. We're just going to go in.
See if it stays. Wow.
Great fourth bag from Jayden. I love that seventh bag blocker.
Good collect.
Wow. Both of these guys just putting on a show here in the finals. You need something cleaned up, you call one of these two guys. They are cleaning everything up today.
You got Jayden with the drags and David with the pushes.
Might need another one here.
Step out just a little bit. Oh, it's a pretty big step out. Good shot by Jayden. Good shot by David.
2 rounds in a row. Almost the identical collect from David Brown.
What a round.
12-12 wash once again. Heading into round 20 of game one of what could possibly be 2 games if David Brown wins this one. Jayden doing his best to make sure that doesn't happen. Jayden wins this game. He is going to be your back-to-back Michigan State Cornhole champion. David not happy with himself after that bag kicks to the left on him.
David needs to go in, limit the damage. And he does.
And he does just that. 16-15, bringing Jayden back within 1 point of David. Just like before, the beginning of this game, David gets up big. Jayden claws his way back. Happened again here.
And Jayden he's proving why he's the reigning state champ, right? Never out.
And without question. He came into today with the mentality, I am not going to lose a game today. And so far, he hasn't. He said, I'm going to go undefeated. Words out his mouth. I'm going to go undefeated. I'm going to take this thing down again.
That championship mindset.
And you have to. You can't come in thinking, oh, I'm going to lose to that guy. Because
right.
If you do, you've already lost. That game's already over before it starts.
Right.
Another 12 for Jayden. David in to only give up 2, giving Jayden the lead back 17-16. Both players now within striking distance. You're going to walk that fine line between hitting the shots you need and making sure you don't miss.
There. See if Jayden can get some momentum back here. A Jayden Ellis timeout. I am learning more and more, especially after playing with him on Friday.
Yeah.
You have him. You can't take him with you.
Use him. He needed a sip of his soda.
You know, just as much as we talked about earlier, you know, Jayden sitting for a long time, you have to think, too, David has been grinding through that loser's bracket. How much fuel is left in the tank?
Oh, yeah.
And then to think and know that you could possibly go to a game 2, or you want to go to a game 2, right? I mean,
if you're David Brown, you have to go to a game 2.
Right, but you're just tired. It's tough.
And mind you, this is after a long weekend. The blind draws on Friday, doubles, Crew Cup yesterday and last night, and then all morning in singles today.
Right.
How are these guys not completely exhausted at this point?
Just 2 for David.
Trading the lead back and forth here.
We're just quiet here, just watching. Just fans of the game sometimes.
Masters at work. Let the bags do the talking.
And just as we said it, there's that kick to the right.
Yep, David with a chance to go in here for 12, sitting on 20. As long as this bag goes in, and it does. Normally at this point, I'd say that Jayden's down to his last mistake. Unfortunately for David, that's not true, because if he loses, there's a whole other game you got to play.
Right. Like we talked about yesterday too, you want to have that momentum. Even if you're Jayden, and you lose this game, you don't want to give up big momentum. I mean, so far, it's just been a battle, right? It's not a blowout. We've seen that before.
I've been watching blowouts all day here in singles, so to see a game like this is refreshing.
David's going to try to sit right in front. Knock his in and sit. Or go through it. Like, no problem at all.
Not a bad plan.
I don't think you can lose if you put all four in, right?
No, very smart elderly cornhole player once told me, if you put all the bags in the hole, nobody will ever beat you.
Jayden.
Bang!
Up.
Wow, what a bag.
Zero hesitation. Zero.
Twice this game. The first time it was for 2 bags. That time it was for 1. Hits the airmail, gets the collect, scores the points.
The old saying, it's 19 is essentially the same as 20 in cornhole, right?
Yeah.
Rarely do you get 1.
Rarely, yes.
So now, really, they're down to 1 mistake each.
That's it. Next bag off to the side. Next bag that doesn't cut. Next bag that unexpectedly kicks.
Gotta be in. And he does. Great.
They make it look so easy. I go home thinking, oh man, I could do this. Look at how easy he just lets it go and it goes in the hole. How hard can this be?
Just putting bags in a hole. That's all.
Might be trouble. David's going to go after it early.
Yeah, you'd rather have 3 bags work at this bag. And you have to get it.
Absolutely.
The way Jayden's been throwing, great bag.
Moved it closer.
Great
made it easier.
bag.
Been watching him make that collect all day.
Just effortless.
Gotta be.
Great bag.
Never have I seen so little action create so much tension.
Right.
In.
Could hear a pin drop with that last bag. Jayden tried to sit.
All David's got to do is put 4 bags in the hole, and he moves on to game 2.
That's it, right? Just put 4 bags in.
That's it. Just put 4 bags in. If he really wants it on his last bag, it is hanging.
I'm keeping my eye on that bag and see it doesn't move with these last 3 bags here. It's 1, 2 left, and then David will have one more to shoot.
He might be thinking of shooting it right now.
He did. But, I mean, you have the same shot.
Yeah.
You actually have a better. Oh, that might go.
This is a better shot. He's going to go and take a look at this.
That might go.
He's thinking
going in.
I could just slide into this, and it might be enough to catch it.
Possibly. That corner. The problem is you have two corners. You have 1 foot in the water, as they would say.
Yes.
Gotta get it. And he does.
Oh, what a bag.
And he does. Are you surprised? Brown. Are we surprised anymore?
I mean, kind of. Yeah.
We're amazed.
Amazed.
But
that's
are
the
we
right
surprised?
Word. What a bag from David Brown. He needed it. He had to have it. Interesting choice.
Does he go through or does he step out? I think he steps out, makes the hole a little larger. No? Stay in the middle. Side by side. Maybe look for a push bully here. Little cat and mouse. Little baiting David.
Force him into a mistake.
David said, okay.
Wow.
Great shot. Just what shots? Like zero hesitation.
I mean, honestly, this doesn't even feel like the same game that we started.
No.
Bags tenting, off to the side, missing here, missing there. And then we get to these last few rounds, and they are throwing some of the best cornhole I have ever personally witnessed.
I don't know what David does here. Does he step out and try to split? I mean, push through, right?
Interesting choice. Both sitting on 5.
I'd like to have seen David go through that.
Both with 1 bag left.
If Jayden cleans this up, that's a tough push if Jayden cleans this up. But it's almost like David said, okay, you baited me earlier, right?
Yep.
Now it's your turn. I made my airmail.
Show me what you got.
I made my airmail. You make yours. Oh. Got to lay up here.
Absolutely. You don't want to take that chance. You rolled the dice once, you hit the airmail.
David's second bag, I still just step out and go through as well as he's been pushing, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
give you a shot. Give your bag a shot to go through.
That's that fear of this is the higher percentage shot,
right?
For me to be able to stay in this.
Just running bags here.
Round.
Just such an intense round led by. Was it more intense? They all 4 had to be in anyway, right?
Correct. Right, heading into round 31 of game 1 of possibly 2 of this championship series. No. Ooh. Round 31, Kyle.
Wow.
Here's a chance for
David is shooting.
Same situation he was in a few rounds ago. Had the opportunity. He took it.
Right. David is absolutely shooting these bags. He is just... You committed bag. Ooh.
just a hair short on that airmail, and I mean a hair.
Well, like we talked about earlier, though, a 1 does not win here.
It does not. Keeps us rolling.
We put it in the atmosphere that hardly ever do you get a 1.
And hardly
this
ever
is what we did.
In this situation do you get a 1. But in order to get that 1, David's still got to go get that bag.
Right.
He's got 1 shot left at it. Jayden in for the 10. Got to have the drag here to stay alive.
Wow. Wow.
Absolute heartbreak on that last round for David Brown. Meanwhile, Jayden Ellis does it again 2 years in a row. Michigan State cornhole champion. Jayden Ellis, everybody.
Great game.
Absolutely
what a battle.
Amazing. The last 6, 7 rounds of that game, I mean, like, my shoulders are sore right now. They're so tense.
Right.
From watching those last few rounds, that was absolutely unbelievable. Well, Sergio, thank you for helping me fight through the technical difficulties of our
I'm glad we figured it out. That was a fun last game there.
I'm so glad you were able to do that with me. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I upgrade this so the next time you come around, we have a much easier time.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
I want to thank everybody else. Mike Priss, wherever he went, he called a lot of games with me this weekend. A lot of people came over here, sat with me, called some games, had a great time. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody that helped put this event on. Thank you for having me out, letting me set up my little live stream toys here and play a little bit. Thank everybody for watching at home, and keep an eye out on the Facebook page. We'll be doing more lives down the line, hopefully trying to improve and get better with every single one to try to bring you a better product so you can chill at your house, put it up on your TV, and watch some cornhole at home. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good Sunday. We'll see you next time.